I had a plan today of making a video about why is someone who has lived homeless going to vote Conservative in the next general election, which is coming up soon. So the thought of living homeless was actually flowing through my mind when I got some text messages in the morning from my mother, and the text message just said, "It happened again." I was thinking, what has? I got another text message through saying, "Terrorist attacks in London." So I switch on my computer to find exactly where in London he was, and it happened to be on the bridge where I sometimes used to stay. Obviously, living homeless, you don't stay in the same place all the time. You're a bit nomadic in that sense. But yeah, I stayed there a few times. And I also stayed in a hostel near to London Bridge as well. So it's a bit of a weird feeling when it's sort of like an old house of yours being attacked. That analogy might not totally fit, but I think there's a bit of crossover there. And after a bit, I went on Facebook just to see what everyone was saying. And it's the same old usual stuff that they say. It's not about Islam. We've got to stand together. We've not got to let us divide us. They're trying to scare us. And the reason why they're doing it, really, is they're blowing people up. The ones that are actually committing the attack and committing suicide, they're trying to get their way into heaven. The ones at the top, the ones organising it, they're probably, they just want to spread Islam. So that's their motive. And this constant denial of just doubling down on this fallacious thinking of we've just got to carry on, keep doing what we're doing. And I just feel as when people say this, like, I'm one of the troops going over the top in the First World War. Let's walk into the German gunfire with my stick in a slow, continuous single line and just let us mow us down. Because we've done this 20 times before. It didn't work then. So let's just carry on doing it. It's not working. Let's just get along. Let's just bury our head in the sand. It's not working. We need to start talking about it and need to start pointing the finger at Islam. Now, we've had 3 terrorist attacks in 3 months now over here. And you've got to remember that these terrorist attacks are just the tip of the iceberg. And the Mayor of London has said that it's just part of being in the big city. You have to get used to being in terrorist attacks. Now, the thing is, I don't live in a big city. You could probably class the place where I'm living at the moment as a big town. I think it is within the top 5 of big towns within this country. And we have a small Islamic presence in this town. Most of the people are either native white or European, Eastern European white. But even though this is the case, we've still had problems with Islam. About a 3-minute walk away from my house, we have had Islamic grooming gangs. Now, you've got to think, if it's happening in a place where there's a small Islamic presence, let's turn the notch up a bit. Let's just think of how it would be in a place like Luton,